tuned for the Ken Behrens Show.
Oh, he's a guy that's on Coach, and so is Shelley Fabares. Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning. Oh, that's nice to hear Jerry's voice.
He's from just down the road from here.
Absolutely, he sure is.
In Danville.
Absolutely.
Shelley Fabares, I love Coach. I think it's a terrific show, and you're just terrific on it.
Well, thank you very much, Ken. I love the show myself. I'm really proud of it, and I love all of the characters. I love playing Christine. I think she's a wonderful woman, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it really shows the difference in thinking between the men and the women.
It does indeed.
Right now there's some thinking going on in the way of Donna Reed, because the Donna Reed Festival is taking place in Denison, Iowa this weekend, isn't it?
That's right. That's where I am. That's where I'm speaking to you from. It's the 11th year of the Donna Reed Festival, and we have a thing called the Donna Reed Foundation for the Performing Arts, and through the foundation we give a $10,000 scholarship to a young student who wants to do what Donna did, pursuing a career in the performing arts. And around the foundation we have built what we call the Donna Reed Festival, and we bring back from Hollywood actors, writers, producers, directors, musical comedy people, all of whom come back and teach classes in those subjects to anybody who wants to take the classes. We have kids from 4 years of age on up to people in their 80s. We have people who are very seriously pursuing a career in the performing arts, and other people who just think, I've always wanted to know what it was like to be an actor or an actress, or what it's like to direct, and people who take the classes for those reasons. So it's really quite a remarkable thing that we do, and we have lots of free stuff for the family around. We have a parade, and we have a golf tournament, and we have a jogging event, and we do a lot of different stuff. We have a big concert by Charlie Daniels on Sunday, and we have a wonderful thing this Saturday night. It's the 50th anniversary of the film It's a Wonderful Life that Donna starred in with Jimmy Stewart.
One of the all-time great movies.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And Jimmy Hawkins, who played the youngest boy in the movie, Tommy Bailey, he and the three other children from the movie are all going to be here and going to be on stage at the Donna Reed Center for the Performing Arts, and Jimmy and I are going to host the event, which will also include our scholarship presentation that night. And people will be talking about the movie and having any questions they want answered about it from the kids, not the grown-up people, but it's really wonderful.
It really is. When do you start crying? When the bell rings at the end of the movie, or is it before that?
No, I start probably pretty much at the beginning. But certainly by the time the bell rings, I'm gone. I'm
when another angel gets his wings, yes.
Oh, gosh, Clarence, dear Clarence.
What a great film. Donna Reed was born in Denison, Iowa.
Yes.
And you were on the Donna Reed television show.
Yes, that's how I'm involved. Donna was really my second mother, and yes, I played her daughter, Mary, starting in the show in 1958.
Yeah. This is terrific that you come back. Do you feel like you know people back in Denison now at this point?
I don't feel like I do. I really do. Denison has become like my second home. I've been back here, as I said, this is our 11th year. And in the first years when we were beginning this, Grover Asmus, who was Donna's husband, and Anne McRae, who played our neighbor, Midge, on the show and actually became Donna's best friend in real life, the three of us, as we were forming this foundation and putting the festival together, we used to come back here 5 and 6 times during the year, trying to get everything off the ground. We now only come back usually, sometimes twice, but usually just once a year during the festival, because we have full-time people who volunteer on different committees, about 60 different committees to put this festival together every year, who work on a year-round basis. So I've been back here, I can't tell you how many times, and I have, I've made lifelong friends here.
Is it like a different planet between Denison, Iowa, and Hollywood, California?
Well, it's not a different planet, but life is run, I would say, a little bit differently. It is more frantic, I think, out in Hollywood, and it's, you have agriculture back here, so you have a movie community. I mean, Los Angeles really is a one-business community town, and, back here, obviously there are other businesses, but, farming is your main thing. So just on that level alone, it's, it's different. And I think that there really is... It is a slightly slower pace back here, though I don't think there's any place in the world anymore that doesn't move, too fast. We're all spinning sort of wildly, somewhat out of control. But there is a feeling, I think, of traditional Midwest values of kind of honesty and integrity and commitment to hard work and not being afraid of hard work. That really is prevalent here.
I probably should know this, but where did you grow up? Were you out?
I was born in Santa Monica, California.
Oh, okay. So you're
a Los Angeles person all my life.
Sure.
And it's not that there aren't wonderful people who are committed and hardworking and full of integrity in Los Angeles, but there seems to be sort of a bedrock insistence of it back here. You know, it's sort of how you were born and how you were raised and how you live your lives. And I think it's one of the reasons that the people that we bring back from Hollywood who have been coming back here for 11 years, because this is all done on a volunteer basis, one of the reasons that they always ask to come back every year, because they have an experience back here that they don't have out in Los Angeles or New York.
Well, I have a couple minutes here before we get to the network, so I have to conclude. But
sure.
I really appreciate you being on with us.
My pleasure. I've enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much.
People who are there are from the film, including Jimmy Hawkins and who else? Let's see.
Yes, and the...
Carolyn Wilkerson.
Yes, that's right.
Carol Mueller.
That's right.
Todd Carnes.
That's right.
He played Harry Bailey, George's war hero brother. And I guess we can pass along this phone number. There's no reason why we can't. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, Denison, Iowa may the place. Celebrity golf tournament, auction, parade, big band dance, fashion show, 10K run, as well as arts and workshops. Can people like from Bloomington, Illinois get involved in those workshops?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we have, last year, I don't know the amount this year, but last year we had people from 15 different states. I know this year we have people from Colorado, from California, from North Dakota. As I said, I won't know until the end of the festival exactly all the different places that they're from. But, absolutely, anybody can come.
Okay. The number to call is 712-263-3334. What's going to happen on Coach? Let's say you guys wound up adopting a baby, didn't you?
Did indeed. That was the last show of the season. Hayden and Christine finally were given their little baby boy. So that's certainly going to be a major change in both Hayden and Christine's life and Luther's. Can you imagine Luther dealing with a little baby?
That was so touching too, because everybody knows how tough it is to give up a baby if you have one, and if you're expecting to adopt one. You never know for sure whether you're going to get it.
That's right. I think it's one of the great strengths, and I know you have to go, but I'll make it quick, but one of the great strengths of our show, because within the fact that we're doing situation comedy, we do some very real things, and I think that show was one of the prime examples of it. There were some very funny things in the episode, but certainly very touching with the wonderful actress A.J. Langer, who played our the mom, the birth mom, making that final decision so that her baby would have what she thought would be the better life, and very touching.
Shelley, I thank you for being on. Let's maybe we can talk again next year. I'd love to do a longer thing with you. We can talk more about Donna Reed and what she was like to work with and all that kind of thing.
I'd love to do that. I will be here next year, so please let us hear from you, and I will be happy to talk as long as you want.
Okay, thank you. Can you hang on one second? WJBC is where you're tuned in Bloomington.
From WJBC News, not much changed last month in the state jobless picture. We'll have details in our news update at the bottom of the hour.
Partly sunny and warm is the word today, with a chance of some scattered showers and thunder showers this afternoon, a high of 80. It's 74 degrees right now, and we have some clouds. We've been chatting. We said we were going to wrap it up, but since she's had a few more minutes, I appreciate you hanging on. We were talking with Shelley Fabares, who, of course, is on TV's Coach. She was also on the Donna Reed show, and that was on, I don't know how many years ago that's been, but that was a show that was still done in black and white, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely it was. We started the show, our first day of filming was July 14th, 1958, so it started on the air in the fall of 1958 and ran for 8 years until 1966.
Donna Reed could portray someone you would just love to marry. I mean, when in the It's a Wonderful Life movie, for instance, you know, when Jimmy Stewart and she are just sort of dating, and they had that little tiff, you know. And,
oh, yes.
Jimmy, what's wrong with you, you stupid guy? She's the girl for you, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Donna was the personification, certainly in that movie, but in life, period, and certainly on the Donna Reed show. But she was, you're right, I mean, she was like that perfect combination of beauty inside and out, and intelligence, and kindness, and strength. I mean, that's really who Donna was. She was just a remarkable woman.
What do you remember most about working with her? Do anything? That's a long time ago. If we go back to 1958, but you were just a little kid, right?
Well, I started the show when I was 14, but I remember a lot of things, but just to clarify this, Donna and I, and Paul Peterson and Carl Betts, who played our father on the show, the four of us, after the show was over with in 1966, we had become such a family that we saw each other in between times, but we had a standing date to have lunch together once a month, which is something just unheard of in this business. I mean, people get very close doing series, but
Yeah, usually now when they say let's do lunch, that means let's get lost, right?
that's right, exactly. But we really did. We had lunch together, the four of us, and the lunches would last for usually 5 hours at least. And we would just sit there with each other and just get caught up, and we just really loved each other so much. And I was really privileged. Donna was always my second mother, and after I became an adult, Donna very gracefully, in her very typically graceful way, allowed me to become a girlfriend of hers, so that, because that often doesn't happen, you know, either with your parents or with a person that you admire who you've dealt with basically as a parent figure. They usually can't accept you as an adult. They always just think of you as a child. But she really was able to view me and allow me to be her friend, and therefore we had this ongoing relationship in our lives that I never thought of her as not being my second mother. She was a guiding force in my life and continues to be so until today. But we had this whole new avenue where we were girlfriends together, so it was really wonderful.
Yeah. What's it like working on Coach, just quickly?
It's great. It is, we've been doing it for 8 years. We're starting our 9th year in August, and it's fabulous. Craig T. Nelson is the most brilliant actor I've ever worked with. Jerry Van Dyke is an absolute genius, the funniest person I've ever known. And
Yes.
Bill Fagerbaki is wonderful, and Ken Kimmons, who plays Howard Burley, and George Engel and Catherine Hellman. They're all just wonderful people, and we're having a great time.
People sometimes forget that Jerry Van Dyke had like the funniest comedy routine in Vegas for years.
For years. In fact, my husband and I went to see him just a couple of years ago. He did it in Vegas again, and it is, I mean, Jerry is hysterical. It's the same act, and it is the funniest thing that I've ever seen. He makes me laugh so much, and he makes my husband just weak. Jerry just comes out on the stage, and my husband is just gone. He just is so funny.
Yeah, it's a neat show, and of course I think it's taken a serious tone sometimes, but it does.
Yes.
Even when you're in a serious subject, there's still the comedy that comes through, and I think that's the mark of a great TV show.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Shelley, I appreciate you being on. Again, okay. Shelley Fabares is in Denison, Iowa for the Donna Reed Festival, which takes place through Sunday in Donna Reed's hometown of Denison. And right. I can tell you have a great love for her. You have a great love for the people there, and it's terrific. If people want more information, they can call 712-263-3334. I look forward to maybe talking to you again next year.
I would just love that, Ken. I will be here, so let me hear from you.
Okay, thanks, Shelley.
Right. Thanks, Ken.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Shelley Fabares in Denison, Iowa these days. At 10 minutes past 10 at WJBC. Yeah, I have it here. You're asking about the telephone number I gave, which I probably rattled off pretty fast, right?
Right.
712-263-3334.
Great.
Isn't Shelley Fabares great?
Well, you know, I'm about your age, Ken, and like you, you probably had a crush on her, too, when you watched her on the Donna Reed show. What a cute girl, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who'd ever think I'd have a chance here to sit and talk with her?
I know it.
You know, over the phone. I would never have enough nerve to call her at that dating age, that's for sure.
My wife's favorite movie is It's a Wonderful Life, so I think Denison, Iowa is out near Omaha someplace, so it'd be kind of a long haul, but that might be fun to go do.
You know, I haven't... we should drag out the atlas. Are you on a wireless phone?
I'm on a cell phone. I think 712 is Western Iowa. Pretty sure.
Because I had the old map here. I was going to drag it out, but I don't think it's a very big town, is it?
Because the Des Moines area is 515 and Eastern Iowa is 319. So I think 712 is out west.
Yeah, we came through. Next time, maybe we can try to arrange a vacation out there. I want to go to John Wayne's birthplace. You know, his home.
Winterset.
That's Winterset, Iowa. Yeah, that's not too far from the Illinois border.
Des Moines, thank you.
Yeah. If I can find this, or actually look on the map. If you call, they'll probably have directions and stuff for you, too.
There's all roads lead to Denison, right?
That's right.
Thanks a lot, Ken.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye. It's 12 minutes past 10 at WJBC.